Oh, I see. I have a real tuner. So when we would do a song like Spacer, and we had to make something really sort of simple and pop, and I would do. Now most pop songs wouldn't have a minor 11 chord in it and go. Right? It's not normal. But because I do it so quick, you don't get it, and it goes. You disguise it. You just go. You don't hear the. You don't hear all of that. You just hear. And that's because of the funk style that I do. I use 3 and 2 strings at a time. So the keyboard, you hear full voicing, like in I Want Your Love, or like in that Johnny Mathis song where you hear that. You hear Sabino playing things like. Right? You hear the full. Return to Forever or Love Supreme. But with me, I'm just going. Right? You know, here we go. But that's how I write it. So when I wrote I Want Your Love, I literally wrote I want your love, I want your love, I want your love, I want your love. But I was so enthralled with Giorgio Moroder, I thought he could play like that, and maybe he can, but I didn't know there was something called a sequencer. So I heard this thing going. And I wanted to be that guy. I want your love, I want your love. Same thing, so you look at Diana Ross. Oh, remember I was explaining Upside Down, how it's one of the few songs that we did that's in a minor key, in a major key. And so really it goes. And I go, upside down, you turn me. Oh, it's in her key now, I can't sing that high. You give love instinctively, round and round you turn it. Jesus Christ. But like so it's really just it's just B flat major, right? And then the verse is in B flat minor. Instinctively you give to me, but what we do is we go instinctively, right? And it sounds like this big chromatic change, and all that's really good is just going instinctively you give to me the love that I need. Except we go big deal. Instinctively you give to me the love that I need. I cherish the moment with you. Respectfully I say to thee, I'm aware that you're cheating. Just one chord, but no one makes me feel like you do. Upside down. And it's like this crazy stuff that you should not like. But if you disguise all that chromatic movement, and all of that ridiculous stuff, it sounds like a pop song. Everybody Dance, greatest example of disguising. I mean, I Want Your Love is a pretty good example of disguising my love for McCoy. But Everybody Dance, very first Chic song was... This is the kind of chord where people in my school would argue. So, is this a D minor 11 with an A in the bass, or is it an A minor 7 with a raised 5? I don't know. I call it an A minor 7 with a raised 5 because I want the bass to be the note. Right? So I don't want it to be I want it to be. I spell my chords from the bottom up, tertiary harmony. So I go A flat major 7, A minor 7, or A minor flat 6 if you want, if you will, to B flat 11. But that's not pop song, but when you put it to everybody dance, do clap your hands, clap your hands. Everybody dance, do clap your hands, clap your hands. That's the Chic technique, like make it all complicated and then make it sound very, very, very simple. We did like I'm Coming Out. It's hysterical to me that we can get away with this stuff. But it winds up just sounding like a pop song, at least to me, or my kind of pop song. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. And I don't even get away with it. Yeah, baby. There's a movie coming out. There's a movie coming out. I have to live, and I want to give. I'm completely positive. But you never hear that. We just do it so gently. I'll just go. You don't even hear me play the full chord. I'll just go. Here's a good one. And you always hear me go, I go, and I go. And all those little just sneaks by. Like if we were playing a jazz song, that would be the foundation, but in a pop song, I just let it sneak by you. Everybody, let me tell you about my love for you. So with, like I said, with Chic, and you hear the development. I'm happy that he started with Norma Jean, and then we heard Johnny Mathis. You could hear how we were trying to develop, and maybe if Disco Sucks wouldn't have happened, maybe if we hadn't become afraid of our own shadows, who knows what we would have been writing now. It would have probably been more sophisticated and would have probably sounded more simple, because we knew the more we extended the harmony, the more simple the melodies had to be. And the reference that you used when you said the thing about Miles, and I remember one of the great songs that Miles did that Wayne Shorter had written was Nefertiti. Right, so when you think of this, can that be in a pop song? Yeah, sure. Major 7, augmented 11. E flat minor 13. And then we go verse. A minor 7 to A11, D minor 7, A flat 11. But when you hear us play it, it just goes. And to us, that's pop music. That's pop music. That's R&B. I guess that's disco. I don't know. It's chic. That's what we do. I don't feel comfortable doing anything else, even when we do something as simple as Le Freak, and people hear, Yeah, we always wanted to do a riff song. We always wanted to do like a, you know, or a, you know, something like that. But instead of that, we knew we couldn't quite get away with that. It didn't sound right, except in Rebels Are we do go to a lick. But that's not, we don't base the hook on that. But The Freak was the closest thing that we could get to a riff song. So I put it in the chord, and we start the song with it, just to make sure that you know what we're doing. And we go, ah. But every now and then I gotta get away with. So I'll go, ah. Slips by, it just goes, and it's all fourths. You know what I mean? But you don't hear that. You don't hear him going. You hear. Now that is the secret of chic. It's hip harmony, cool, funky rhythm. As what was my man in Soul to Soul used to say? Oh no, it was OCB. Crisscross rhythms that explode with happiness. it's wacky extended harmonies that explode with happiness. That's what we do, man.